Have you ever wondered what happiness really is, and how you can achieve it? Is it just a fleeting emotion, or a state of being that can be cultivated and sustained? These questions have been at the forefront of scientific research in the field of positive psychology, which is the study of human well-being, happiness, and flourishing. In this video essay, we will explore the science of happiness and how it can help us lead more fulfilling lives. Positive psychology is a relatively new branch of psychology that focuses on the positive aspects of human life, such as happiness, well-being, and flourishing. Traditional psychology has largely focused on mental illness and how to treat it, but positive psychology is interested in the factors that lead to a good life. It aims to understand what makes people happy, and how we can increase our levels of well-being and flourishing. One of the most important findings from positive psychology research is that happiness is not just a result of external circumstances, such as wealth or success. Instead, it is largely determined by our internal states, such as our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This means that we can take steps to increase our happiness, regardless of our external circumstances. So, what are the factors that lead to happiness? Positive psychology research has identified several key components of well-being, including positive emotions, engagement, meaning, and relationships. Let's explore each of these in more detail. Positive emotions are one of the most well-known components of happiness. They include feelings such as joy, gratitude, and contentment. Positive emotions have been linked to a range of benefits, including better physical health, increased creativity, and improved relationships. But how can we increase our positive emotions? One effective way is to practice gratitude. This involves intentionally focusing on the things in our lives that we are thankful for, such as our relationships, our health, and our accomplishments. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can increase positive emotions and lead to greater well-being. Another important component of happiness is engagement. This refers to the feeling of being fully absorbed in an activity that is challenging and rewarding. It is often described as being in the zone. Engaging in activities that we enjoy and that challenge us can lead to a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. This can include hobbies, sports, or work that we find meaningful and fulfilling. Meaning is also an important component of happiness. This refers to the sense that our lives have purpose and significance. It involves connecting with something larger than ourselves, such as a cause, a community, or a belief system. Having a sense of meaning can provide a sense of direction and fulfillment in life, and can help us weather difficult times. Finally, relationships are a crucial component of happiness. Humans are social creatures, and we thrive on connections with others. Positive relationships can provide us with support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. This can include relationships with friends, family, romantic partners, or even pets. So, how can we use this knowledge to increase our happiness? One way is to focus on activities that incorporate these components of well-being. For example, engaging in a hobby that we enjoy can provide us with a sense of engagement and meaning. Spending time with loved ones can provide us with a sense of connection and belonging. By intentionally seeking out activities and experiences that promote well-being, we can increase our levels of happiness. But what about when life throws us curveballs? How can we maintain our happiness during difficult times? Positive psychology research has found that resilience is an important factor in well-being. Resilience refers to the ability to bounce back from difficult situations and to adapt to change. It involves cultivating a growth mindset, which means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Resilience can be developed through practices such as meditation, exercise, and cognitive behavioral therapy. In addition to these practices, another way to cultivate resilience is through the development of a positive mindset. This involves intentionally focusing on positive thoughts and emotions, and reframing negative experiences in a more positive light. For example, instead of dwelling on a failure, we can focus on what we learned from the experience and how we can use that knowledge to improve in the future. Research has also shown that social support is an important factor in resilience. Having a strong support network of friends, family, or a community can provide us with the resources we need to cope with difficult situations. This can include emotional support, practical assistance, or simply a listening ear. In addition to resilience, another key factor in well-being is self-care. Self-care involves taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental health. This can include practices such as exercise, healthy eating, mindfulness, and getting enough sleep. Self-care is important because it helps us to manage stress and maintain our overall well-being. One aspect of self-care that is often overlooked is the importance of self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness, empathy, and understanding, especially during difficult times. It involves recognizing that we are all human and that we all make mistakes. By practicing self-compassion, we can reduce self-criticism and negative self-talk, and increase our overall well-being. So far, we have discussed the components of happiness and how we can cultivate them, as well as resilience and self-care. But how can we measure our own levels of well-being and track our progress over time? This is where positive psychology interventions come in. Positive psychology interventions are evidence-based practices that are designed to promote well-being. These interventions are often brief and can be easily incorporated into our daily lives. Examples of positive psychology interventions include gratitude journaling, mindfulness meditation, and acts of kindness. One of the most well-known positive psychology interventions is the 3 Good Things exercise. This involves reflecting on 3 things that went well each day and why they went well. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we can increase our levels of gratitude and positive emotions. Another positive psychology intervention is the Best Possible Self exercise. This involves imagining our lives in the future, when everything has gone as well as possible. By visualizing a positive future, we can increase our sense of optimism and hope. Positive psychology interventions have been shown to be effective in increasing well-being and reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can increase our levels of happiness and lead more fulfilling lives. In conclusion, positive psychology is a fascinating field of study that offers insights into the factors that contribute to well-being and happiness. By understanding the components of well-being, such as positive emotions, engagement, meaning, and relationships, we can take steps to cultivate these in our own lives. We can also develop resilience and practice self-care to help us cope with difficult situations. Finally, positive psychology interventions offer evidence-based practices that can help us increase our levels of happiness and lead more fulfilling lives. Remember, happiness is not just a fleeting emotion, it is a state of being that can be cultivated and sustained.